Tough times don't last if you hold on, and prayer be the greatest weapon that'll keep you strong. The flesh is the main reason we be dead wrong, so walk in the spirit, gon' get your stroll on.
You know, the current state of hip hop is different from what I'm used to, you know, to say the least. I'm never one to downplay nothing, but I know some of the content I wish would be different.
She said,
Man, I fell in love with music as a kid, to be honest. My mom used to jam music all the time when we would clean up on Saturday mornings. Just started, you know, listening to a lot of music that she would listen to. And then as I got older, I just started doing talent shows and stuff in elementary school. She would put me in talent shows, and the talent shows we would do down in Florida, like, it was cool because like the people would throw money on the stage if you was good. So I remember one of my first times performing, I did California Raisins. I heard it through the grapevine. And man, I was on stage with a bunch of my buddies, and man, we killed the crowd. You know, they threw stuff on stage, and as I got older, high school, just started writing lyrics for my favorite artists, Tupac and Bone Thugs and Harmony, stuff like that. And then got to college and was like, man, this might be something that can be really serious about. You know, so when we got to college, I started renting out places, charging people to get in, you know, just trying to keep the college busy when I was in Hutchinson Junior College. And things got a lot serious, you know, and then I changed my walk. It was some drastic happened in my life where I was doing a lot of secular music, and you know, it was good for what it was worth, but it was time for me to make a change in my life, and God was tugging on me, I'll be honest with you. And about around 2003, I just decided to get saved, to be honest with you. My mom had passed away. I was just leaving Hutchinson. The girl that I was dating at the time had a baby, which she wasn't even supposed to be able to get pregnant. So I'm finding all this out at the same time. My mom died, and then I got a baby on the way at the same time. So it was a real awakening. So it was time for me to change my content of music. So I just started, you know, trying to learn more about the gospel. Got saved, started doing Christian hip hop music. A lot of my buddies was mad at me, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, I can't live y'all life. Y'all can't live my life. I got to do what's best for me, you know. And from then, I just been doing a lot of Christian hip hop music, and I'm just trying to uplift a lot of kids let them know that hip hop can be positive. It don't have to be derogatory. It don't have to be negative all the time, you know. So man, music has been a part of my life since I guess the day of birth. Oh man, my mom, we grew up, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, The Temptations, man, just a lot of the soulful music, you know, Aretha Franklin, you know, Patti LaBelle, you know, they were big influences in our household. My mom was a huge Michael Jackson fan. I remember my first cassette tape. I know we're in a new day and age, but Christmas, I got a Michael Jackson Off the Wall tape. Man, I wore that tape out. But yeah, those were some of the major influences in my life. Pensacola, Florida. Born and raised in Pensacola, Florida, man, and it was a good experience growing up in the hood down there in Marino Court Projects. Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, it was crazy, man. A lot of drive-bys, a lot of killings, a lot of drug dealing, a lot of shootings, a lot of prostitution. You know, I had to duck and dodge a few things every so often. You know, me and my buddies be at the neighborhood little playground hooping and stuff. And, you know, dope boys like to come out and do their thing at the time. But they would never mess with us. But we just got in the middle of a lot of crossfires a lot. You know, drug deals going wrong. You know, bang, bang, shoot them up. And you just got to take cover, you know. Man, I was on a track scholarship. I was narrowing this thing down, man. I had Troy State, Alabama State, Florida State. Had them all in my back pocket for track. And my senior year in high school, man, I broke my foot doing hurdles. And I never recovered from it because I didn't give it a chance. So I would go get cortisone shots in my foot so I wouldn't let my team down. And we went to state. We were state champions in the 4x800. And then Hutchinson Community College hit me up because of the Division I's that I wanted to go to. They were like, you need to rehab. So they sent me to Hutchinson, and then from there, the rest is history. I ended up staying in Wichita. I, you know, helped raising my son. I met my wife in Wichita, and yeah, man, it was good. But I love track and field also. Yeah. Right now, I listen to Lecrae, real heavy. I listen to, I got a brother from California named Seven. He's a real dope Christian hip hop artist. A brother named Bizzle. I know a brother named Thizzle out of the St. Louis area. Got to hang out with him quite a bit. A lot of those brothers, man, in that circle, you know, Dayton, KB, from Reach Records, Trip Lee, Tadashi, you know, those are the cats that really helped mold my mind frame, because a lot of stuff I was listening to in the past, to me it was good, but it wasn't really helping me. It was causing me to make some decisions that I really didn't want to make. So when I found out about Christian hip hop, Lecrae was one of the first persons or people that I really listened to. Well, man, the key thing is how you relate to your audience. You know, if they know you got similar backgrounds, you going through the same thing they go through, and mostly your testimony in the music. You know, a lot of artists or a lot of people tend to try to throw the Bible at people, and you can't do that. You know, a lot of people will be turned off by that. They hear your testimony, they hear where your background and where you come from, and then you can draw them in, and then you can start speaking the gospel to them. So through the testimony is where you can grab people, and a lot of people will relate to you through your testimony. You know, nowadays it's so wishy-washy because people think success is who got the most money, who got the most cars. But to me, in my opinion, if a soul can be saved, that's a successful situation to me, you know. I don't care about money, because half the time my wife will tell you, I'll give my CDs away. I'll press up 1,000 CDs and go hit the block and just give them away. You know, to me that's success. You know, teaching people, people learning more about the gospel, you know, that's success to me. Getting people close to Jesus Christ. So to me, that's the great success, the best success. Man, it was a humbling experience. I won an award for the Rhythm of Gospel Music Awards. We went down to Jacksonville, Florida, where it was aired, and it was a humbling, man, it was a very humbling experience, my brother. I'm gonna be honest, I went down there not expecting to bring nothing back. I just wanted to go for the experience, and then when they call your name, man, it was shocking, because every artist in the category were dope artists, you know. All of them had great content in their music. We got to perform at the after party of the Stellar Awards also. That was a humbling experience, meeting a lot of the artists down there and going to the His Hop club that was in Las Vegas. Man, it's very humbling, brother. I'll tell you that much, and still to this day, I'm still in awe about it. You know, the current state of hip hop is different from what I'm used to, you know, to say the least. I'm never one to downplay nothing, but I know some of the content I wish would be different. But I know in order to see the change, you have to be the change. So I'm gonna just continue to do what I know God want me to do, and hopefully it'll reflect onto other artists, you know. And once again, not knocking what nobody's doing, because everybody's doing what they're doing. But at the same time, I know what God want me to do, but there need to be a shift in hip hop. And I wanna be that. I wanna be that change with what the kids wanna hear. Well, on Sundays, we go out, we do a homeless ministry called Church on the Street. We go out and we try to cater to the homeless crowd. We try to help them get off the streets, try to help them find resources, try to help them get in positions to better themselves. Now, granted, it's a certain percentage of homeless people that want to be homeless, and then you got that percentage of homeless people that want to get the help. You know, we try to look out for all of them. My wife runs a dance ministry called First Phase. I try to help out with them with providing the music that I know that they need, so that they can do like the positive dance moves, and they don't have to worry about the twerking and the booty shaking and all that stuff. Letting them know that, hey, we could be a dance team, but we could be choreographed. I get to teach hip hop class at the school I work for at Mayberry Middle School, which my principal, shout out to Jeff Friend, he gave me 2 different classes to teach, first hour class and a 10th hour class, where we teach kids the true essence of hip hop. Not just what they see, you know, on TV. They thinking that hip hop is just the glamour and the glitz. It's more to it, you know, because we all know hip hop originated in the 70s, you know, in New York with the cardboard boxes and stuff of that sort. So try to teach kids how to make their own music, how to properly write music, how to properly record their music and stuff of that sort. You know, so we try to stay busy in the community. You know, I'm blessed to be in Wichita, Kansas right now, man. And I just love it. It's beautiful, man. All social medias, Facebook. We have I have a TikTok now. We have Snapchat, and everything is under Team BSR Music. We have what is that? Instagram. We have Instagram. We have a bunch of social medias, but our main thing that we're on is Facebook because that's one of our main things. We have a Twitter. You know, everything is under Team BSR Music.
Yeah. Just a little testimony from the heart, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it real on every track we do. Alright. Shout out to all my people down in Pensacola, but we in Wichita right now. I want y'all to listen real quick. Hey, this is the story of a ghetto gospel shepherd, no fear, strong-hearted and trained by the best. Since the age of a kid, I was chosen in the world, but I gotta make my sin frozen. Eyes wide shut, dwelling in a sinful world. Now I get to tell my testimony throughout the world. Many phone calls, but I ain't answer. My mom died of an aneurysm, auntie died of cancer. Fell to my knees, crying out for answers, begging the Lord to help me out through the madness. Suicidal was a thought, but instinct, so I resorted to many things to get a fix. I'm hearing voices that'll let me know I'm heaven sent. Jesus left the tomb and his clothes was the evidence, but we still sin, drunk from iniquity, and only through the grace of God we got the victory. See, situations you go through, we ain't alone. See, I'm living proof, so I'm doing a song to uplift all my people who'll be down and out. He'll feed you through the hunger, you can make it out the drought. Tough times don't last if you hold on, and prayer be the greatest weapon that'll keep you strong. The flesh is the main reason we be dead wrong, so walk in the spirit, gon' get your stroll on. If you ain't know, yeah, you're beautiful in God's eyes. He take pleasure in his people, don't be surprised. Read Psalms 149 verse 4. He will beautify the meek with salvation, so now you know the most precious anointment you can never get. You heaven sent and the TV is irrelevant. The cosmetics had you trying to push your age back. God made you how he really want you, they don't tell you that. See, R.I.P. to all my people who done made it home. I feel their presence in the air when the wind blow. I sit and reminisce, but I gotta let it go, cause I'm only human, but I miss my kin folks. Yeah, Lil' Anna, Auntie Catherine, Grandma Honey and Mother, them was the family queens. Collard greens was the dish on Sunday. Food for a week, but we ate it all one day. The living legacy be the youth generation. These the last days, but they don't really know what they facing, so we must be patient when we educating. Perfect love from the Lord to the whole nation. Keep your spirit high and keep your pride low. Dig deep, get rid of that sin, let it go. All day, every day, I'll let you know my ghetto gospel rap like you ain't heard before. Yeah, one time for your mind, and we out.